Please welcome Mr. Ryan Long to the stage, everybody. Ryan!
Did it. Hey, best friends forever. Just two. Actually went to a Leaf game yesterday. It's just the kiss cam is not nearly long enough for me to come. Just getting started, they switched the couple. We were like, who are these two? I'm gonna give them a backstory. Actually just took an Uber here, and the Uber driver farted in the cab and then turned up the music. He was trying to cover the smell with the sound. Is the smell in here? I don't know, it's too loud. Then last week my buddy came out and clogged my toilet and wouldn't admit it. It was only the two of us there. He's like, it wasn't me. And I'm like, what are you, Shaggy? Like, I know that it wasn't me because I'm me. And he looked at me, he's like, well, maybe you forgot. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? As if I took such a big shit that I blacked out. Just woke up. Where the fuck am I? Whose clog is this? You ever clog a toilet? Oh yeah, this guy's confident. Hell yeah, this guy's like, fuck yeah, I took down 2 Starbucks this week. Walk away in slow motion as the pipes explode. Dad was a clogger, my grandfather was a clogger. It's clog life. This is kind of like a weird story out of the gate, but I just saw my family. So 2 years ago, my uncle died, and then we didn't tell my grandmother because she was about to die, and then she didn't die. So now it's just a secret in the family that her son's dead. That's making sense to you guys. Literally, she'd be like, where is he? And we're like, what the fuck? I didn't know what to say the other day. She's like, where's Mike? He never visits me anymore. And we just have to be like, that piece of shit. He is dead to us. Never speak his name again. Anyways, little about me, I'm against gay marriage. That's where I take it. No, guys, I'm kidding. I'm just old-fashioned. I think marriage is between a man and his child bride, and that's just how I was raised. So my dad did it, and that's... Now, is there any... Phil was talking about this. Is there any gay people in the crowd? Just you? Yep, a couple of us, and then the rest of us are going to heaven. No, my brother is actually gay. Well, he was gay. We killed him for the Lord. I actually do have gaydar. I can tell if you're gay. What I do is I suck your dick, and if I taste poo, I know. Reported the authorities. Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we got one. I remember my brother thought my dad would care, though. He came out of the closet, he told him, but then my dad just gave him a hug and whispered into his ear, gay. So, deals with it differently. Gay people have the most sex, though. I think that proves that, yeah, it's true. Gay guys have the most sex, which it proves to me that guys are hornier than girls. But, ladies, this is 2019. Clap if you think girls can be just as horny as guys. Right. Well, they can, but I just want everyone to know where the hoes are at. Thirsty. It is true though, gay guys have the most sex, straight people have the second most, then lesbians have the least sex at 0 because you need a penis for sex. Well, why would 2 lesbians eat each other at sex? But when I had a girl out in high school and told everyone I fucked her, I'm a liar. Is it because I didn't wait for her to wake up? Because to me, it feels more like a double standard. Actually, I had to go to my girl's, her like high school reunion, which sounds shit until you realize at a high school reunion you could just pick any person, act like they bullied you. Just pick a guy and be like, well. Not so fat anymore, huh? Piece of shit. I have a friend who's actually in a progressive relationship. He's getting married and he's going to take his wife's last name, but he wants her to take his first name. Like, they're both going to be Doug Smith. 2020 thing, I believe. He will be breastfeeding that child as well. It's 50-50 everything. Girls in 2019 say they want guys to be emotional. Girls are like, oh, I want you to cry. What girls don't tell you is if you cry, she'll break up with you. I don't know if you guys know this, but men's tears actually form a river for a real man to surf in and fuck your girl. Just science right there. You know what? That girl want you to fight and shit. I remember my ex used to get me in fights at bars. What a bar once, and she pushed a guy, and the guy slapped her, and she's like, "You better take this guy outside." I'm like, "You don't you fucking mind? This guy just slapped a girl in public. Can you imagine what he'll do to me in private? This is a maniac. Ain't fucking involved with that." Listen, I get why it's harder to be a girl. Like, I don't know, like, I was reading an article that was saying every girl needs to put a coaster on her drink because all these celebrities are day raping, and David Blaine, the magician, was putting pills in drinks, and I was like, okay, sorry to burst your bubble, but if the #1 magician in the world wants to put a pill in your drink, I don't know what difference a coaster is gonna make in this situation. I mean, David Blaine could be day raping all of us right now from a different country, and there's nothing nobody could do about it. You'd all just wake up in the morning and cough out the condom. What the fuck? It's attached to another condom. They just keep coming. The end of it's a consent form that you signed. Just Blaine. You remember 10 years ago when there was like real problems? Remember 10 years ago they'd be like, this Ethiopian kid hasn't eaten in 10 years. You're like, oh my God. Now they're like, we need more Asian movie stars. You're like, having trouble giving a fuck about the new problems. Less James Bond, more James Wong. You're like trying to care. Ethiopian kid's like still starving to death. You'll get your food when the government uses tax dollars to pay for tits on a man. By the way, low-key, wouldn't like a doctor that's like a dick cutter off or doctor be like a pretty sick job for like a hardcore feminist that really hates men? Like if... Follow me on this. If you really hate men, wake up in the morning just lopping off hogs. When you love what you do, that's the dream. Never work a day in your life, just copping off, put them in the trash. Fuck men, are you kidding me? Just have 2 containers. People didn't come in for that. I came for enlargement. Like, fuck it. I'd use my mouth. Just Kobayashi training for a hot dog eating competition. 2 at a time, down the hatch, slicing off the patriarchy. It's up to you guys, whatever. I actually read a stat recently that was saying India apparently has the highest levels of domestic violence, but then I read a second stat that said India has the highest levels of wives misbehaving, so I don't know, it's sort of like a chicken and egg situation. By the way, I'm allowed to make race jokes. Actually, I'm mixed race, I'm half Irish, half English, so super chill. There's like 2 types of white people right now. There's like white people, we're the worst, or white people, we're the best. Neither is good. I'm the first one. I hate white people. I actually have a group, Whites Against Whites. There's no blacks allowed. It's just me and 12 white people yelling at each other. You're the problem, Todd! You're the problem, Chad! Hey, no blacks, you know the rules. What are you, Italian? We'll allow it. I'm not religious, like I haven't read the Bible or the Quran or the Jew Quran. I do make my girl wear a burqa. We're not religious, she's just gross. Cover that up. Make her give her hand jobs in it. It's a jerk. Listen, they're not all good jokes. I like Jewish the best religion because their Bible's really wishy-washy how to get into heaven. You just have to sort of lawyer your way in. Like, does that make sense? Like, certain Orthodox Jews, they're like, you can't touch, like, electricity, but they just hire people to do it for them. As if God's like, hey, you can't do that. Oh, well played. 2 heavens for you. Catholics do that with like no sex before marriage, but they're like, but if we fuck in the ass, it's cool, right? That's probably how it works. You get to heaven, God's like, you can't get in yet, sex before marriage, here's the picture, and you're like, zoom in on that photo, God. That's an ass fuck? Get the hell in here! Get in here, enjoy, knocking on heaven's back door. Oh, you can fuck ass in heaven, no poo. Alright guys, I'm Ryan Long, have a good night, peace.
There is a lot of Gen Z and millennials or bitches stuff on the internet, which is true a little bit, but I don't like hearing it from someone that's too much older when it'll be like, men used to be men and we used to know how to treat a woman and they would respect us, and it's like, you also used to punch them way more. We used to hold a door for a damsel, but you also used to jam her head in the door if dinner wasn't prepared. So don't get mad at me when I open the door a crack, sidle through, and then don't punch you. That is fair, right? That's a fair trade-off. All I'm saying is chivalry came with a lot of fat lips. Hey. So when your girl's like, oh, would you take a bullet for me? It's like, why don't you just not be on set with Alec Baldwin in the first place? We don't have to have these conversations. You know who you see it a little bit with, though? The action stars. Action stars back in the day used to be like psychopaths that believed they were the guy, like Seagal and Van Damme. Now they're like media trained. Jason Momoa will be like, everyone needs to recycle like a pussy a little bit. In 1990, Steven Seagal made a movie called Hard to Kill, if you guys remember this. There's one scene where he's in a coma, right? And the nurse comes in, looks at his dick, and she goes, please don't die. She didn't want him to die because his dick's too big. That is an action star. Writing the script, nurse comes in, looks at the stick, pretty impressed. Not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being like, donate to my charity. That used to be Mel Gibson drunk in his car yelling about Jews. A psycho. Let me ask you a question. If you have to call one of your buddies to help you in a fight, do you call your friend with all the right opinions or your buddy who was banned from Facebook twice? Multiple Deweys. He's got to breathe into the car to start it, but once he does, it's go time. Are you straight? Oh yeah, straight as fuck. You guys see what just happened? I go, you straight? He goes, yeah, I'm straight. She goes, no, he's not. Why does your girlfriend think you're not straight?
We met through theater.
Oh, because you're just like, he does theater. You're like, you straight? He goes, he does theater. So, I mean, yes and no. He doesn't fuck dudes, but like, might as well, you know? But did he experiment with dudes at theater class? She's like straight up saying you're gay, dude. She goes, so you've never had sex with a guy?
Wow.
5 seconds ago, he's like, you're fucking gay, dude. Ask me questions like that's gay.
I didn't really do anything.
Well, that went from pretty funny, though, from a dude being like, fuck yeah, I'm straight, to like, what? Okay, well... like, I didn't... It was one night. It was a few nights. I'm married to a guy. Listen. Never had sex with a guy, but you did, like, did you blow a dude? You got blown by a dude. Was it an accident, or you knew? Or was it like the trans where it's kind of like you could tell, but you're like, you know, like fucking what? Yeah, no, you look perfect. You guys seem sick. Appreciate it. I have a solution for global warming. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but this is my proposal. So there's 1 billion Muslims, and when they pray 5 times a day, on the last pray, they should all have to blow on the earth to cool it down a bit. Like your grandmother would do on a spoon. I knew you wouldn't like it. You guys are thinking the spicy curry breath is gonna make it hotter. That's what you guys are thinking. All right, well, option 2, the Jews that control the weather, just turn it down a bit. That's just a cinch. And whoever solves it first gets Israel. So I'm solving 2 problems at the same time. You know what's fucked up, by the way? We actually sent a bunch of merch here. We were gonna sell t-shirts, and some motherfucker stole them all before the show. All we got is a box of hats. What? Is that decent? Is that normal? Is this a big merch stealing town?
making up for that, so that'll happen. Is that it? You're like any normal person's like, yeah, I'm taking a trip to DC. They go, lock up your merch table. I have a merch table. Positive guys, Brian. Like, you know, they needed it more than you did. How long have you guys been together for? You and I.
5 years.
18.5. Do you mean since she was 18? And then she was like, we told you we're not going to tell her. 18? How long have you been together? 18? 5 months? That's incredible. What happened? She's so sassy, by the way. That's why I felt like 18. Okay. Let me guess, the merch got stolen. Okay, she's so magical. If you could let me finish. We're not in that big of a hurry. I don't have any merch to sell. Okay, what happened? Where is it? What do I want you to say? You were fucking chomping at the bit to get your story out. You were like, no, it's not what happened. I go, okay, what? You go, what fucking talking to me? You just told her to shut up. Indian dudes, huh? This guy's been listening to Andrew Tate all week. He's fucking jazzed out. Put a fucking black light. She's got her fucking body count on her forehead. Not this one. This one. This whole merch thing hasn't been your favorite? Dude, my new special is just gonna become merch. Where is it? The lost merch. Where is it? So okay, what actually? Why did he say 18 and you said 5? Are you confused? Was it 18? Am I crazy? Is the merch here? Am I fucking? And when I walk out, the merch table's been there all along. Okay, so you thought you've been together for 18 years, and you thought it'd been 5 years. It's impossible to get to the bottom of what the discrepancy was. He did. He helped it. This girl's gaslighting him. Punch her! No, I'm just kidding. That's amazing. This guy is in for a world of hurt. You didn't say 18. He was like, you're right. I don't even think I know the word 18. Am I pissing you off? Are you okay? Roast Trudeau. Well, his face does look like that if he's got a special paint on, you know what I'm saying? What is that, election time? This guy's true don't remember how long he's been dating for. Where is the merch? You guys have been awesome. Give it up for your host and all the comments that came out tonight. So some jobs are just a little weird. You know, girl mover's a little weird. Blind detective. Male gynecologist. We know what you're up to, pal. They're mostly females now, so if you're a male gyno now, you gotta want it, you know? Is there any women here that went with a male gyno even though most of them are females now? Yeah, why'd you go with male gyno? Is that what he told you? They're all male? It's either me or you die. You're like, what about that one? It's just me. What do you mean they're all male? Oh, here they still got like a foothold. Okay, clap if you. The males are still holding it down here. The male gyno unions, like, these are our pussies, and we will not let. These females are gonna stay in our holes. Do you like the male gyno better than the female gynos? He's more gentle? What are the female gynos doing? Is it like a female cop situation where they got something to prove? Male gyno's gentle though. Sets the mood, does it smooth, plays some Usher beforehand. 7 o'clock on the dot. He's in male gyno town. This one's on the house. All I'm saying is someone always takes advantage. You don't think there's one abortion doctor that got into the game just because he really fucking hates babies? He was gonna be a normal doctor, then he was on a plane with a baby that wouldn't shut. If you don't mind, I'm trying to do my doctor work. He lands the plane, this ends today. Or one doctor that does the transgender dick cutting off surgeries that the chick just hates men, you know? If there was a girl that's like, I hate men, I want to cut their dicks off, and you're like, you are not going to believe what I'm about to tell you is a job. Just showing up with 2 katanas, cling, cling, cling. When you love what you do, never work a day in your life. Wearing the dicks on a necklace like a warlord. Come on! Come on! So that's weird. Male kindergarten teacher. A little strange, right? Normal, normal, normal. Male kindergarten teacher. Normal. Although, there was a lot of female teachers these days having sex with their like 13-year-old male students, which has proved what I've been saying forever, that 13-year-old boys are irresistible. Stop making them so hot. Problem solved. I should have asked. You guys a pedophile crowd? Not a pedophile crowd? Who here's on the flight logs? I know, no one likes when you make fun of their group. I know, but... It is weird, though, that they have, like, barely legal porn still, you know? Too many pedophile jokes? Okay, you're right, I'll move on. So this is a relationship joke, I'm moving on. So a friend of mine, he's actually in a big fight with his girl right now because she was on her period, and I guess for girls, your first period's like a big deal. And... Okay, that's an anorexia joke, for the record. Oh, okay. I'll make a note. No period jokes. No fucking... Okay, no period jokes. And for the record, I'll always have sex with a girl when she's on her period. I don't care. But I do always run outside naked after with the blood on my dick, screaming, I just killed my cat. And... That's a cat joke. Okay, no cat jokes either, I guess. I will make note of that. No anorexia jokes, no period jokes, no cat jokes. I guess we'll just do the barely legal porn joke then. Well, do you know they have barely legal porn?
Do you think they have barely legal porn the other way where the woman's so old she's about to die? And they're like, Mildred, you only have 3 hours to live. Blink if you consent to getting the gang back together. For one final gangbang. And then as all the guys are banging her, you're like, is this even legal? And they're like, barely. So it's barely legal.
If I do get married, I want my wife to be Muslim just because there's a lot of good shit in there about obeying your husband. And she'll be like, I don't want to do the dishes. I'm like, Allah, she's not doing it. Allah, we had a deal. Talk to her. Put your burqa apron on. Thank you. I worship gay Allah. He's like normal Allah, but really gay. Gala, I call him Gala. Allah's a little bit gay. He's like, don't draw me, I look fat. I'm not religious. The only thing I know about religions is every single one hates gays and loves hats. Across the board. No to gay people, yes to hats. Like whatever God you have, when you die, he's gonna be straight as fuck with a huge hat, fingering a girl. Kid Rock, basically. My name is God! My God, I don't want to put a face to your God. They all have hats though. It's like the Sikhs have hats and the Jews have a hat and the Asians wear the Jew hat but over their mouth. Asian Jewish. Controlling the airflow, controlling the banks. And then the Muslims have a hat and the girls have a less cool hat. I've never worn a burqa personally, but once I did go tanning naked with just the goggles, and I assume it feels the exact opposite of that. I wonder that feels the polar opposite. I wouldn't want to date a girl if her ex-boyfriend before me was like an extremist Muslim dude, just because they're like way better at eating out girls. Just crossed the line there. I want a Muslim woman. There's a lady in the sheet and a freak in the sheets. No to gays though. You know what? I hope God's just gay as fuck. Like you die and he shows up to heaven and he's like, welcome to heaven! Did not see that coming. I thought you hated gay people. I just want to be the only one. Didn't want any gays stealing my thunder. Zeus, I said thunder. Zeus is like, sorry, sir. Thank you. In Saudi Arabia, it's basically illegal to be gay, but they still have lashings in the town square, which is about the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. Then you got caught sucking a dick and they made you get spanked by another guy. I'll be wearing leather like, keep 'em coming, big boy. Oh, I've been bad. I've been real bad. You can't punish gay stuff with more gay stuff. It's like you get caught doing drugs and they make you join a bongathon. I'll never do it again. If I was a gay dude, I showed up to Saudi Arabia and they're spanking people, I'd be like, it's a fucking free-for-all. Saudi Arabia's a gay nightclub. Just like spank, 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 spank. Don't be gay, it's illegal. Allah's your daddy. Guys, I'll be right along. I want to get the fuck out of here. Thanks, Toronto. Peace.
This next comedian, he's the other host of the Fucking Alex podcast. Please put your hands together for Ryan Long!
Antifa in Toronto. That's my mom, she comes. I went to a Leaf game the other day, and the kiss cam is not nearly long enough for me to come. Just getting started, they switch the couple. You're like, who are these two? Give them a backstory. Ernie's talking about Uber. Yesterday I took an Uber and the Uber driver farted in the cab and then turned up the music. I don't know if he's trying to cover the smell with the sound. Or he's like, oh, if he heard that one, this next one is really gonna bring down the house.
don't know. JJ's been pretty gay. Is there any gay people here? Just you? Couple, and then the rest of us are going to heaven. Now, my brother's actually gay, or sorry, he was gay. We killed him for the Lord. No, he is gay, I know, because I had sex with him. What a fag! Okay, my family hates when I do comedy. We did disown him, though, because he's black. Not my brother, just a brother. Just a guy. You know who loved the gay pride parade is TD Bank. Oh my god. TD Bank's new slogan is like, suck a dick, TD. If I come out of the closet, I'm telling my bank first and foremost. TD, I'm gay. We love that. Oh, we put the fun in hedge funds. Rainbow interest rates. Corporations are all about all that shit right now. We know there's 72 genders, but there's only one refreshing beverage. Coke. The best one I saw recently, it was on Facebook and it was an ad. It was like, it's okay for men to experiment. These are the questions we're asking. Axe body spray. And I'm like, Axe body spray. A year ago, their slogan was like, fuck her, she's probably awake. She's only 15. Axe body spray. The fuck does Axe think their demo is? Shawarma shop owners, lacrosse players, and my stepdad. It's a weird time for all that shit. Like right now, like dudes and frats, like those guys are done. Right? Like, what's up with Corey? Like it's over. I'm so, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck this girl. Everyone's like, you mean she liberated herself? You piece of shit. Which I never brag about. I always brag about the opposite of sex. I'm like, 30 seconds, didn't break a sweat. You know what it is. My girl's like, can we do more than one position? I'm like, oh, you a freak, huh? My main move is 30 seconds in, whispering into my girl's ear, the end is near. Winter is coming. No, I'm very southern and apologetic. She's like, why'd you come so quick? And I'm like, I do apologize. You are just too beautiful. She's like, can you get hard and fuck again? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to overdose on the beauty. Mother taught me gluttony's a cardinal sin. I must be sleeping now. Your Uber awaits you. I remember I lived with this dude when I was in college and he came out one night and he's like, I fucked this girl so good she was walking funny. And then it turned out that he just fingered her. So he must have done such a shitty job. Jesus Christ, Corey! Told you to take the rings off! That's not even impressive. You fucked a girl so good she walking funny? What would be impressive if a girl walked funny then you fucked her so good now she walks normal? She started in a wheelchair. And the dick was so good, she's like, well, I can walk again! I'm like, that's the magic stick. I grew up in a white family, recommend that. Now, family doesn't matter as much for white people. Like, when I was growing up, both my parents got divorced, now they just have new families, and I'm not part of either of them. Like, I just come home, there's a new stepsister, like, who's this guy? I was an original member! The fuck are you? Okay, in a black family, you're more likely to get beat up, and in a white family, you're way more likely to get molested. Statistically, someone's uncle in this room did some work. Like, in a black family, you get licked, in a white family, you get licked. White uncles. That's why when I was 12, I actually molested my uncle just to beat him to the punch. One for the nephews! Nephews are making a comeback. Take that, Uncle Fred! He was a quadriplegic. But after he got this dick, he could walk again! You know who runs the family in the White household is the dog. In my family, my dog used to put peanut butter in his dick and make me lick it off. It wasn't even sexual for him, it was a power thing. He knows I'm allergic to peanut butter.
You missed a spot, and I'm like, sorry, sir. White people are on a bit of a timeout right now. White people can't even participate with other races or being racist against each other. Like the other day, my Indian friend was like, this Asian dude just crashed into my car, that's hilarious, right? And I'm like, well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. You guys talk amongst yourselves here. Don't want no trouble with no blogs. I'm allowed to say this stuff. I'm mixed race. I'm half Irish, half English. When I did my Ancestry.com, it just came back 100%. I'm so white. When I did my test, they didn't even give me a test. Two guys in hoods just came out and said, "Your blood is pure. Only you could defeat the uprising." I don't want any trouble. You're the whitest person we've ever seen. And I was like, redheads are whiter? Redheads are not people. Ancestry.com said that. Can you believe that? Any religious people here? Yeah, a couple. The rest have curfew. I haven't read the Bible or the Quran or the Jew Quran. I just know that every religion hates gay people and loves hats. Whatever religion you are, when you die, God's gonna be straight as fuck with a huge hat, fingering a girl. Kid Rock, basically. My name is God! Love the hats, though. The Sikhs have a hat, the Jews have a hat, and the Asians wear the Jew hat but over their mouth. Control the airflow, controlling the banks. Muslims have a hat and the girls have a less cool hat. I've never worn a burqa personally, but once I did go tanning naked with just the goggles, and I assume it feels the exact opposite of that. I don't know if I'd want to date a girl if her like ex-boyfriend was an extremist Muslim dude before me, just because they're like way better at eating out girls. There we go. There it is. Now I hope you die and God's just gay as fuck. Like, welcome to heaven! Did not see that coming. What's up, ladies? I got a girlfriend right now, so I hate women. Because when you're single, you're like, women are the best. In a relationship, you're like, these are psychopaths. My girl will literally be like, who the fuck is Nicole? You'll be like, that is your name? Text from you also asking who Nicole is. It's crazy. I'm always like, women, you're not this crazy with your boss at work, so don't be this crazy with your boss at home. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's 72 genders now, which means men are better than 71 genders. Boy. My girl doesn't pay for shit. On a date. I think, are you guys on a date? What are you, 50-50 money-wise? No? I'd kill for 60-40, that's a dream. I think girls should pay a little bit less just because they have to pay for makeup to cover their ugly faces. Well, because God made men's faces perfect. And women have to finish the job. No, okay, joke aside, I know women are on the come up and men are on the come down. I'm aware of that. But there's certain shit women are never going to beat men at. Like, women are never going to beat men's numbers at kidnappings and murders. We're the John Cenas of kidnappings and murders. School shootings, all men, all day. Just think you never turn on the TV and it's like, 13-year-old Stacy just shot up her high school. Look at women. That's because if women wanted to shoot up a school, they'd be like, which one? Oh, I can't decide. Chloroforming people in a park, that's a man every time. You never
ever hear about the Maxi Pad Bandit? Chloroformic dudes with their Maxi Pad. No chloroform, just a normal smell. Dragging the guy back to a cage in her basement. The guy's like, I'm hungry. And she's like, you can have pussy again. You guys were okay with the Maxi Pad Bandit. The only thing girls have monopoly on is drowning their own kids. Not because they're mean, just that bad at driving. Kids were going to the bank, took a wrong turn, glug, glug, glug. And you guys are okay with Maxi Pad. Listen, by the way, I will always have sex with my girl in her period, but I always run outside naked with the blood on my dick screaming, I just killed my cat! I'm Ryan Long, peace!
Everybody, keep it going for them!
Recently my girl was like, we should get tested, and I was like, we've been together a year and a half, like you have it. This is the same person that when we first started dating, she was like, just so you know I can't get pregnant, and I was like, sick, like whatever. But then 6 months in, I was like, wait, why can't you get pregnant? She was like, well, I just assumed because I've never been pregnant. I'm like, what? The fuck? Coming inside this person. And by the way, we did get tested, and the most fucked up thing, so the place called me back, they're like, you guys need to come in again because we spilled your pee sample. What? She goes, don't worry, it happens all the time. I'm like, all the time? Tell me some science shit. Not like we got the clumsiest doctors transporting the pee. Comes back drenched like, well, it happened again. We told you to stop wearing the rollerblades. I don't know, do we go back to condoms? You wear condoms? For sure. Ladies? Girls have to at least pretend they want to wear a condom or else it's suspicious. Right? Like you can be like, I don't want to wear, if you're like, I'm going to put a condom on, the girl's like, no, no, no. You're like, what the fuck are you up to? I need the nectar. Oh, what? Because a girl can like trap a dude. A guy can't trap a girl. Like, ha-ha, got you pregnant. You're not going nowhere. She's like, give me $1,000 a month for the rest of your life. You can't trap a girl with a baby. If you want to trap a girl, you have to do it slowly and methodically. Bring her away from her friends. Make her dependent on you financially. Hit the wall behind her head, sorta hard. Scare her a little bit. I had to convince my girlfriend to stop wearing makeup. Pimp her out for money. If you want to be that person, I'm not saying it's me. No, my girl's a little crazy. She'll grab my phone and be like, who the fuck is Nicole? You'd be like, that's you. You're like, yeah, she'll grab my phone, who the fuck is Nicole? And you'd be like, that is your name. Text from you also asking who Nicole is. The other day, a hot girl was walking by. Like, we went crazy, but in different. Like, the other day, a hot girl was walking by, but my girl goes, you better not think that girl's hot. And I'm like, you need me to not think another girl's hot? How dead inside do you need a guy? Then his friends are like, that girl's hot, right? And I'm like, I can't tell anymore. Check out those titties. Titties? Is that something we as a male species value? Shit never ends for a dude. Doesn't matter how old. I was on set, this guy was 90 years old, and he goes to me, he goes, hey, check out that girl's ass. And I was like, oh, still? I thought that ended at some point. But it doesn't. Guys have been like 95, about to die, still just like, okay, where's the pussy at? You never see a 95-year-old woman like, where's the dick at? Grandma's hungry. Oh, someone's grandma. Black guy knows. He's like, oh, I'm having a couple. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck a 9-year-old woman. I don't give a shit. She's got an oxygen tank to breathe. If anything, during sex, she asks you to choke her, you just turn down the oxygen. It's the only way she can come.
Girls are allowed to have their tits out in public, but you don't see a lot of them doing it, which is kind of messed up, because if you don't use your rights, you lose them, ladies, but I guess you don't care. But they do always have that conversation, right? They're like, should girls be allowed to breastfeed in public? And I guess some people are like, no, and some guys are like, you can squirt it on me for all I care. Yeah, I think girls should be allowed to breastfeed wherever they want, but I also do think if the baby's full, you should have to offer the rest to any guys that are thirsty in the vicinity, because there's kids starving in Africa. Do you remember parents used to say that? There's kids starving in Africa, you gotta eat your food. African kids love it when you finish your food. It's like their favorite thing, right? They get stoked. They're like, yes! I knew we could do it. And they get pissed when you don't finish. They're like, what the hell? Not even the broccoli? Oh. Do you remember you used to have all those commercials for starving African kids? You don't see them anymore because we solved it by eating our vegetables, so congratulations. Yeah. No, it didn't help, but it kind of felt like it did a little bit, right? It's kind of like going up to a homeless guy and you're like, really good news. I'm using every room in my house. There was an empty room, but I put an office there in solidarity. There will be no waste in the Long household. But most guys aren't gonna look if a girl's breastfeeding. Sometimes they're making a bit of a show of it, though, right? No? Well, I don't know if you know, on YouTube, there's all these like tutorials for breastfeeding to help new mothers. 12 million views on these videos, right? Probably just 12 million new mothers, right? That's probably most likely what that is. 12 million new mothers leaving comments like, wish I was the baby. Like, yeah. He's a thirsty boy, isn't he? Save some for Doug. There's 0 channels where it's a dude doing like a testicular cancer exam. And 12 million women are like, do the left one. Yeah, don't forget the left ball. Vagina's just worth more than dick. That's simple arithmetic. Girls can sell their used panties on the internet for thousands of dollars just because it touched your vagina. That's crazy, right? Everything a dick touches is immediately worth less money. That is a fact. Watch, give me your drink. I'll do a demonstration. The devaluing power. Algorithms are a little on dudes' asses right now, though. You know, they'll just send you pictures of naked girls all day long when you're scrolling, and if you stutter with your finger, the algorithm is like, you are the titty man for the rest of your life. And then your girl's like, why is your phone all hot chicks? And you're like, I'm being fucking set up here, man. Mark Zuckerberg's out to get me! In real life, a girl doesn't walk by with her tits out, you take a peek, and for the rest of the day, she's everywhere. I'm at the bank, and I take a break. You looked once, you'll look forever! Trying to get dudes off the conspiracy videos, that's what's happening. They see you looking at MK Ultra late at night, they're like, send in the titties. Close up this third eye. What's the Federal Reserve been up to? Titties. You can't have flat earth, but you can have round tits. That's the algorithm saying to you. That's how they keep you depressed. I don't know if you know that, but the depression rate's like super high here. In China, it's like 4% because slave labor cures depression. They don't want you to know that, but no, it is high here though. I saw a commercial for a depression medication and the side effects were suicidal thoughts, so it's not a great product, you know? All right, what if it doesn't work? They're like,
Well, just say you won't be depressed one way or the other after you take it. You can have a side effect that's worse. That's like, we have a medication for CTE, and the side effects are you might beat your wife more. It's worse. That's like if you went to get the vaccine for COVID. Well, that's a bad example because that one's perfect, but there are potentially... Oh, God. Now they're sending me titties again. This is what happens. These algorithms. There was an entire era of dating where girls were shaving off their eyebrows, then drawing on new eyebrows. Do you remember? And no guy liked it, but we still all went on dates with you like nothing out of the ordinary here. Just on a date with Mrs. Potato Head currently. Can you imagine before a date, if I shaved off my beard, then drew on a new one with Sharpie? Just showing up some zigzags. Fuck it, I'm a Middle Eastern DJ tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Not a chance. We can't even wear a toupee without it being weird, but girls can wear 2 eyelash toupees, and that's acceptable. I remember the first time I saw a girl's eyelash on my pillow, and you're just like, what just happened? Either this woman is dying, or I just fucked her eyelash off. It's one of the two. Hey, either she's sick or I'm sick. It's one of the two. We're kind of tricked so easily, though. I feel like it bothers normal girls sometimes, because girls can have fake tits, eyebrows, and hair, and every dude's just like nice and natural. And normal girls are like, you can't tell it's all fake, and we're like, shut up, no lips. That's what a woman looks like now. The Kardashians made a few updates. And one of the greatest marketing moves in history, kind of, right? Kardashians are like, remember supermodels? Now it's gonna be a little short troll. Looks like her face was stung by all the bees. And it worked. Because they got black guys on board. That's how you change culture. Not even in a weird way. Black guys were like, we think the Kardashians are hot. And white guys were like, I think that too now. Black guys can be like, we're doing shoes on the wrong feet, and white guys are like, if that's the deal, that's the deal. I'm not here to argue with basketball players and rappers about what's hot. We just get tricked. That's probably happening in every culture of the world, too. There's probably some tribe in Africa where the girls have all the long necks with the rings, and all the African bros are like, yo, you see the fucking neck on... All their wives are like, you can see the rings, you idiots. And they're like, no one's talking to you, no-necked bitches. We're looking at necks right now. What God intended. We're gonna talk about race now. Deal with it, white boy. It is a weird time. Like, it's hot to be a victim right now. You ever see people out, like, victim each other on the internet? Like, the other day someone goes, I think I would know because I'm gay, and this other person goes, I know a little better because I'm trans. I just want someone else to be like, well, I'm First Nations disabled trans. Internet explodes. We found our victim of the year. The ultimate in oppression. And so, like, hey, I do TV stuff, and I was pitching this, like, show about guys in bands at this network, and then guy at the network's like, is there any way we're trying to do stuff with refugees because refugees are hot right now? And I was like, what? And he goes, can we put refugees in this show? And I'm like, I'm not adding a bunch of refugees to this band. What are you talking about? I came to this country to rock! Like, their new band, we're the Refugees. Our new hit song, Staying Alive. I am actually transitioning. Someone's like, which way? Okay, no, it's a new thing. Girls bring me home. They're like, where's your dick? I'm like, check your pocket. I'm a transgition. It's a new thing. You guys will get there in 2018. I got a buddy who's getting married and he's taking his wife's last name, but he said he wants her to take his first name. Like they're both going to be Doug Smith. Very progressive. Me and my girl are pretty progressive. The bill comes, they're like, "Sir, will you be paying?" And I'm like, "Wow, chauvinist piece of shit. She will pay her share." 2018. I think girls should pay a little bit less on dates just because they have to pay for makeup to cover their ugly faces. Well, just because God made men's faces perfect. And women have to finish the job every morning. Yeah, I agree. It was a bad deal you got. God's like, "We got the men ready. Send them out." What about the women? "Need another half an hour. Send them out. We'll figure it out. Just invent makeup." No, I actually think girls look better without makeup, but they would get mad if you say that. Like, you'd be like, "Oh, you look better without makeup." My girl would be like, "Fuck you." You're like, "Sounds like a compliment." Right? It's makeup companies that are like, "Let's face it, ladies, you're gross. Paint your eyelids blue like a bird. Paint your beak red. Fly south for the winter." On the internet, some people were complaining. They're like, "They need to stop testing makeup on animals." And I was like, who gives a shit? Yeah, but I didn't realize they were torturing the animals. I thought they were just putting it on them. Like, I was picturing a cat in a makeup chair. Like, how much mascara till this cat looks like a whore? Like, ugh. We made whiskers look fuckable. Imagine magic we can do on you. I'd love to wear makeup. I wore makeup once and my girl was like, "Oh, you can't do blackface, it's racist." Yeah, I'm not gonna be a white Bill Cosby for Halloween. Grow up.
Moving to America as a Canadian has been difficult. Immigrant coming through, the constant discrimination that I've felt as a Canadian man has been an uphill
I
battle.
wouldn't expect you guys to understand my struggles as an immigrant.
Oh, because I'm Canadian, you don't want to serve me.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, hey, how's it going? My green card? Yeah, so you don't have to call ICE or anything, I do have it.
Look at every other country where the girls aren't allowed to speak. The guys just wear pajamas all day long.
I always dreamed of leaving that village to come to America to do stand-up comedy, only to find out that even comedy clubs aren't welcoming to my kind. Do you guys have any Canadian food? Like moose cock sandwiches or anything like that?
Hot dog, got sausage, Italian sausage.
Guys, I don't want any trouble.
Babe, I'm spooked.
I've been called a knucklehead, ice back, puck chaser, hoser. You know, Rick Moranis was attacked on the street for his heritage, showing us that we still have a long way to go.
It was about filming at the Green Market.
Because of the Canadian thing?
No.
I have a green card though.
Okay, just the rules that we have about
Canadians.
Like, so
Do you think that men are more depressed or they're just better at following through on their plans? What do you guys think?
It's been a readjustment. Mom, I'm telling you, you flush the toilet and it just disappears. You don't have to carry it to the doo-doo cabinet anymore. So it's just like this? I don't get it. Why don't you just use the slop trough? I hope my new stand-up special blazes a path so lesser-known comedians like Mike Myers, Jim Carrey, Howie Mandel, Tom Green, Russell Peters, Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, and Jenny Jones won't have to overcome the same obstacles I did as their careers progress. Watch my stand-up comedy special, White Immigrant, March 7th at youtube.com/RyanLongComedy and help end Canadian hate. You seeing this? It's like an underground space canoe.
Dude shit! Dude shit! I have a friend who's actually in a progressive relationship. He's getting married and he's going to take his wife's last name, but he wants her to take his first name. Like they're both going to be Doug Smith. It's a 2019 thing. He will be breastfeeding that child as well. It's 50-50 everything. She breastfeeds for 10 minutes, then the kid sucks on his dad's tits while they pour milk on his head in the name of equality. The kid's like, "I don't want to suck on my dad's tits." The kid's 12. Listen, you sexist pig. This is how we do it in this family. Listen, I know what you're thinking. There's no point of a man breastfeeding. Well, yeah, there's no point of female firefighters, but as a society, sometimes we need to jam a square peg in a round hole in the name of progress. If you guys were male feminists like me, you'd be willing to make those sacrifices.
No, I don't know if you know this, but 25% of women actually make more than their husbands now, which means that 75% of women still need to pull their weight. But getting there. I have a friend who's actually like a male stay-at-home mother right now, and yeah, his wife's like a female businessman, and he's living the dream. He calls us during the day. He's like, guys want to party? We're like, no, we have shit to do. He's like, sucks to be you. Playing video games every once in a while. He gives the baby chips or whatever the fuck. She comes home and her wife beat her or partner beat her or whatever. Lets him have it.